So welcome back to the new video, guys. It is a lecture 3. uh, in previous lectures I have covered the history of the Python, why do we need Python, why we use Python, and in which companies and startups Python is used. And in the second lecture we have covered the operators, but not in that much detail. But in this lecture we are going to cover every operator in detail. If you see, we have a total 7 operators. First is an arithmetic operators. In previous lecture I have covered arithmetic operators, but I've just given you the basic overview of that. But in this video I'm going to tell you about arithmetic operators in detail and giving you examples also, and we will solve some practice questions also on arithmetic operators. And also in these operators also, which are the rest of the 6 types: the comparison operator, the logical operator, assignment operator, membership, identity, and bitwise operator. And then the 8th part we are going to cover, which is operator precedence and associativity. So precedence means if we are using 2 or 3 operators at once, then which operator will get the higher precedence, which will go at first. So we're going to talk about it in detail. So next is if statement. If statement is if elif statement, if elif else statement. Don't worry, you will get to know about it, what it is. So we are going to do it also, and we will be solving some practice question also in all of these concepts. And what is nested if also you will have to learn about it. I'm going to tell you about it, so don't worry. So let's start with the arithmetic operators at first. So in arithmetic operators, as I have told you before, we have a total 7 kind of arithmetic operators. Yes, this is a 7 kind of operators, arithmetic operators. So in Python we can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, floor division, and exponent. So how does that work? I'm going to give you example of each arithmetic operator in code editor. So here we are on a VS Code editor in which we are going to do our programs. So we are covering arithmetic operators. So the topic is, let me show you. The topic is arithmetic operators. So total we have 7 operators, which is plus, minus, multiply, division, floor division, and exponent, and one modulus also. So how addition works? We have covered data type also, so I'm not going to tell you about data type now. If you don't know what is a data type, you can watch the previous video in which I have told you about the data type, each and everything about data type. Okay, so now we are going to use an arithmetic operator addition, which is 2 plus 3. So here it is an operand, it is an operand, 3 is an operand, and the plus symbol, it is the plus symbol which I have used. It is an operator. Okay, so if you see, it is an arithmetic operator because it is doing arithmetic operation. So if we see 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, we can add any numbers we want. See, it is printed simply. So it is an arithmetic operator addition. Same we can do negative 2 minus 3, it will be minus 1. Same we can do multiplication, sorry, and same we can do the divisor or division operator. So you can see this, the all outputs are okay. But now, what is a floor division? Very like this double forward slash. What is this? Let me tell you about it. So if we see, if I do print 5 sorry 10 divided by 2, we'll say. So it is in division operator. See what will be the output of that. It is 5.0. It is in float data type. I have told you about data types. It is a float data type. 0.0, it is a float data type. But it is in decimal, but I don't want it in decimal, I want it in integer format. So what I have to do then, if I need output as an integer, I'll not use an arithmetic operator, division operator. I'll use arithmetic operator, floor division operator. It is a division operator. If I use one more forward slash here, it will be a floor division operator. Floor division operator, what will floor division operator do? It will return it as a integer. You can see before that it was 5.0 and now it is a 5. It is an integer data type. Now I have covered the floor division arithmetic operator. Now what is this double asterisk means? The double of division is okay, floor division, but now what is double multiplication means? So now I'm going to tell you about it also. So you can see, if I do print 2 into 2, what will be the output? Output is a 4. What if I use double multiplication there? The output is 4. Then what is the difference? Let me show you the difference. If we change 2 into 3, then see, let's see what will be the output. The output is 6. Okay, but if I use this, then what will be the output? It is 8. That's magical. Let's try it one more time. If I do 2 into 4, okay, see what will be the output? It is 8. That's okay. 4 into 2 is 8. But what if I do double multiplication? What does it mean? It is 16. That's pretty complicated now. Complicated is only if you don't know what it is. Now I'm going to tell you the logic of it, then it will not be complicated for you. If I use double multiplication asterisk operation there, then it means, if I use asterisk, it is means basically this 2 raised to the power 4. Yes, it is that mean, but we can't use it as simply 2 raised to the power 4 here, because it is a Python and it has some syntax and it has some keywords so which is predefined, meaning, so double asterisk means here 2 raised to the power. The same if we see double asterisk means 2 raised to the power 3, 2 raised to the power 2. Why 2 into 2 is 4 and 2 raised to the power 4? Because 2 into 2 also 4, or if we do 2 raised to the power 2, like 2 raised to the power 2, which is also 2 into 2. So that's why the output for both is 4 or 4. So don't be confused here. So I have covered this exponential function also. Now what is that percentage sign function? If I do 10 divided by 3, sorry, there is an error. Okay. If I do 10 divided by 3, what will be the output? The output is 3.33333. That's fine. If I use double floor operator, the output is only 3. But what if I use a modulus operator there? What will be the output? It is 1. How? So 1 here is just a reminder of after division. So if we divide 10 by 3, the remainder is 1. So modulus, what modulus operator do? Modulus operator just print the remainder which is be left in the remainder after dividing the components. So if we divide 20 by 3, what will be the remainder? So we can use this operator simply. 20 modulus 3, sorry, so we can comment out this, so that will not cause an error. So it is 2. Yeah, so 20, if we divide 20 by 3, it will give the remainder. Although we can use them as like this also, assign them in some variable like a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 5, then we can print a modulus b. We can see there will be a 0 because there is no remainder in that. So that's how it was, modulus. So we have completed the arithmetic operators. now we will come to the further topics. As I have told you, we have covered arithmetic operators. Examples, for example, we can use like that also. As I have told you recently, we can assign value into A and we can assign value into B, and we can apply these all arithmetic operators. You can use them on your own also for practice. So for practice now, we are going to write a program on that, on add two numbers. First of all, we are going to add two numbers. Okay, we will do it. Just two lines of code. I'm going to do that. So a is equal to times 10, then b is equal to, okay, 10. Then we are going to print that, which is a plus b. See what is the output. It is 20. It's that much simple, so don't need to worry about it. If I see the next question, find the remainder when a number is divided by another. Okay, so as we have covered input output function also, I'm going to use them. So int and input, for taking an integer input from the user, I've used this. So I'm going to take one more input from the user. So at the end I'm going to print a modulus b, because we want to print the remainder only. So yes, now see what will happen. It is asking for input. If I give 10 and I give 3, the remainder is 1. It is that much simple. So okay, rest of the question you can do for your practice. So now we are moving to the further topics. Topic second, which is comparison relational operator. So what is a comparison operator and how we use it? I'm going to tell you about it. Let's come back to our code editor. So yes, we are here at the code editor. So now I'm going to tell you about what are operators, what are comparison operators basically. So there are different kind of operators, which is equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, which are totally of 6 types. So I'm going to cover them. So what is relational operators? Or these are equal to operator, not equal to operator, or greater than operator, or smaller than operator, or greater than equal to operator, or smaller than equal to operator. So these are total 6 operators we have. So now I'm going to explain it one by one. So if I want to check something that is equal to that or not, so what I can do? So let's see, print 5. So 5 is equal to what? 5 is equal to 5. So let's see what will happen. It is true, printed it as a true. Why true? So what does that mean? Double equal to sign, what does that mean? So that means I am asking to Python if it is, this condition is true or not, which I have wrote. So here I have written 5, and then I asked the Python that it is equal to 5 or not, and Python returns as true, yes it is. And if I change the value, 5 is equal to 7. So 5 is not equal to 7, we know that. Let's see what Python did say. Python said false. Yes, so 7 is not equal to the 5. So we can try it that, like that also. 2 into 5 is equal to, like 2 into 5 is equal to 10. So we can check, is 2 into 5 is equal to 10? Actually, is 2 into 5 is equal to 10 or not? Python will tell us it is true or false. So let's see, it is a true. So here true means if true means 1 and the false means 0. So we can check different conditions as well, like that. We can check it is not equal to also, it is greater than or smaller than also, like that. If it is, I'm going to check 10 is greater than 3. Yes, it is true, 10 is greater than 3, and it will be true. it returns true. Like that, I can check for that also. Is 3 is greater than 10? That is false. 3 is not greater than 10. See, it is a false. Or we can use like that also. We can use that assignment operators also. Let me assign some value into the variable and let me check it. So if I assign value as a 10 and if I'm assigning it as a 4, so I can check this also. A is not equal to B. Let's see what will happen. Here it is true. Why it is true? Because this operator is meaning that it is not equal to. For equal to we use double equal to. For not equal to we use this. For greater than we use this. For less than we use this. For less than or equal to we use this. For greater than or equal to we use this. So these are the relational operators. So yes, that's all for the relation operators. Let's move to the further topic. For that, you can see here, this is an example I have showed you previously. So now the next is, so we have done with the assignment operators, we have done with the decision making comparison operators. So now we are going to move to the further topic, which is assignment. No, that's not assignment operator. We are going to do with the membership operators. What is a membership operators now? So I'm going to tell you about the overview of the membership operator. Membership operator I used in the check whether a value exists in a sequence like a string, list, tuple, set, dictionary. Like now we know what is a string actually, but we don't know what is list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you about it. But you know the string only. Okay, so in a string, what we do, what is a membership operator in that? The membership operator is we can check that something is present in the sequence or not. Like as we know what is a string now, we don't know what is a list and tuple and dictionary, but we'll talk about it later. But now we know about what is a string. So if I'm going to talk about a string, so we know a string as what? So a string is like if I want to store some value like apple, so I want to check that some alphabet which is exist in the string, if it is true or not true. Like if it does exist in that string or if it does not exist in the string. If it does exist, then it will return as true. If it doesn't exist, it will return as false simply. So now I have assigned a string into the variable called string. We can use the different name of variable also, so for not confusion we use var. So now it is a string which has stored in a variable name called var. So string name is apple, in which total 5 alphabets are. So now I'm going to check if a is present in the string or not. So how do we check that? So I can simply write print for output a string a in variable. So now I'm going to check it, run it. It returns true. That means a is present in a variable. So now let me check about a different letter which is not present in that. So I'm going to check about like b. So b and where. So let's see what will it return. It returns false for b. Why it is false? Because b is not present in the string, no? That's why it returns as false. So it is that much simple. Also the same thing I can use it here. Print a not in where. Here I have checked a is present in the where or not. But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to check a is not present. Like I'm telling to the compiler that a is not present in the string apple. So my statement is a is not present into that string. So Python will tell whether I am true or whether I am saying false. So let's see what will it return. It returns false. It says that you are telling us a wrong thing, that because A is present in apple, and I am saying that A is not present in apple. Like basically I am checking that A is present or not in present, but by not in, I am telling to the Python that A is not present in the string, and Python telling me that no, you are wrong, A is present in the string. So that's how it works. So come back to the PDF. uh, I have used this membership operator in a string. We can use this in a list also. How in a list? Like you don't know about list, but just see what I'm doing. So I'm going to create a list called lst, which is having some values 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now it is a list basically. It has different set of values 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just a list. Don't think too much about it. Don't be get confused. We are going to talk about it in detail later. But let's just see what is this. Think it as a list. I have stored some values in a list. Some group of values I am storing in a list. Now I am going to check the value is existing in the list or not. So now I am going to print 2 is so 2 in list or not. Then it will return it as a true or false. So it says yes, true, and 2 is present in the list. I'm going to check the value which is not present in the list, and it will return false because 10 is not present in the list. So it is that much simple. We can use not also, like 10 not 10 lst, and what will happen, it will print as true. See, it returns true. It false is for the 10 in list, because 10 is not in list, that's why it is saying false. So 10 is not in list, that statement is correct, then it will return as a true. So that's how it works. So coming back to a PPT, so here we can use this same thing with string also, we can use the same thing with list also, we can use the same thing with the tuple also, and with the set also, and with the dictionary also. So don't need to worry about that what is list, what is tuple, what is set and dictionary. We are going to talk about it in detail later, so don't worry about it. Just see the things which I am telling you. So now we can see the important notes for this. For dictionary, in and not in check only the keys, not the values. So it is for dictionary, it is important. When we learn dictionary, we are going to talk about it in detail. So the comparison is case sensitive, works with any interval. So comparison case sensitive, it means that if I am searching for a small a, it will search for a small a only, it will not search for a capital A. Let me show you an example for that. So if a variable name, so okay, I'm storing some name into that. Yes, so I'm going to check about is y present in the variable or not. So is y in name? See, it is false, because y is present in the name, but small y is not present in the name. It is a capital Y which is present. So that's why it returns false. If I am going to search the capital Y, it will return true. It will return true. See, so that's how it works. So it is a case sensitive. Python is also a case sensitive language. So that's why it does happen. So that's why the membership operator also the case sensitive. So it will always returns true or false values, and it is useful in conditional statements and loops. I'm going to tell you about conditional statements in this lecture. So by the end of this lecture you will get to know about the conditional statements and all operators also, logical, membership operators and arithmetic operators and all. So by the end of this lecture you will get to know about each and every detail. So this is the practice questions you can do. Check if the character exists in a string, which I have done for explaining. Check if the number exists in a list, I have done it also. Validate user input using membership operators, you can do them for the practice section. Create a login system that checks username and a list of allowed users. I'm going to do these two questions by the end of this lecture. So before that you can pause the video and you can try it for by yourself also. So now it is a real life example in which it has used conditional statements, but till now we haven't learned about conditional statements, so I'm not using that now. But by the end of this lecture I am going to tell you about it, and we are going to solve some practice questions also on that, so don't worry about it. So now the topic 6 is identity operators. So what is identity operators? Identity operators are used to compare the memory location identity of two objects. They return true if both references point to the same object, otherwise false. So what does that mean?
So this means that we are going to check with this operator that if it is reference to the same location of the variable. Like if I store something in variable a and then assign variable a is equal to b and then check that b is actually referencing a or not. So let's see that how does it works. So let's open our code editor. So now we are on our code editor VS Code. So we are going to assign a value in a variable a or 10. So I have just assigned a value 10 in variable a. Let me assign one more variable, b is equal to a. So what does that mean? That means I have assigned some data into a variable a, which is 10, and now I'm assigning the new variable and assigning the data value is a. So basically what it means that b is storing value 10. It is that simple. So if I print the value of a, it will be 10. So what if I want to see what is the value of b? So value of b is also 10 because b is equal to a and a here is equal to 10. So that's why b is also equal to a. This basically the thing is a is equal to b and b is equal to 10. So it is that in short. So by the operator how can I check? Like I don't want to print, I just want to check whether it is true or not. So I want to check a is equal to b or not, yeah, where b is equal to a or not. So I'm going to check it like b is equal to a. So print b is a, that is true because b is a, and also a is equal to b. I can check like that also. A is b, you can see it is a true. So the thing is now I can check whether a is not equal to b or not. I can check that also. So a, sorry, not b, so a is not b. So if I do this, what will it return? It will return false. A is not equal to b. So in this statement same as the previous condition, I am telling to the Python that a is not equal to b, but Python say no, you are not, you are wrong, that it is false statement, that is not a correct statement, it is false, that because a is equal to the b. So it is that much simple, that how it works. So now back to the PPT and see the example. Example is on list. We can check for the list also. Although we haven't covered list yet, but you can see the simple syntax here. A is assigning some values 1, 2, 3 in a list. So we assign b is equal to a, as that I have did it in an integer data type. So we are doing the same thing in the list here. So a is b, which will return true as well. So is equal to 10, y is equal to 10, and x is y, that is true, x is true. So it results true, as you can see. Explanation, a b and a refers to same as I explained already. So you can read this for the reference also, for your practice also, and you can do these questions also. Check if two variables refer to the same list. So we haven't covered list yet, so I'm not going to do these questions yet, but if you know about list, you can try this. So check identity of integer small and large, identity of strings. We are going to do that. Okay, so now welcome back to the code editor, which I'm going to do these questions. So here now we are on our code editor. So now I'm going to assign a value into a and into b is, let me do it at 5 into 2. Sorry, 5 into 2 I have assigned. So now I'm going to check the identity of integer. They both are integer. If you have a doubt, and then so if I print b, see it is an integer also. So b is equal to 10 and a is equal to 10 also. But uh, for better understanding, I use this. So now I want to check whether they both are like with the operator. I'm going to check that these are equivalent or not. Say B is equal to A or not, A is equal to B or not. Whether I can use operator also, like comparison operator also, like this, A is equal to B, that will be written true. But I also can use this, which we are learning, A is B or not. So print A is B, which also returns true. So they both are equivalent here. But because we are learning this today, so we are talking about it. So we'll skip this. So that's how it was. So we have checked the identity. For the question purpose, we can do is if it is a question, uh, check the identity of users. So then what we can do, we can use some functions we have previously learned. Like a is equal to integer input b is equal to n integer. So I want to print whether they both are equivalent or not. So I'm going to print a is b or not. Is b zeros. So now I'm entering integer 5 and I'm entering this. So a is b, that is true. So that we have covered. So now come back to our PPT, see what's next. So now we are on a PPT. Let's see what is the next topic. The next topic is a bitwise operator that is used to perform bit level operations on integers. They work on a binary representation of numbers. So the basic overview of that is bitwise operator work on bits 0 and 1. We have talked about it previously. So they perform operations at a binary level. They are mainly used in low-level programming, system programming, cryptography, game development, performance optimization, and all. So now I'm going to start with the bitwise AND, like how bitwise AND works. So I have to open the code editor for that because I can't explain it here. So it's come. So here I'm going to explain bitwise AND here. So bitwise operator basically do what? Bitwise operator do operations on bits. So what are bits? Bits have values of the numbers. Like 5 in a bit is different. So value of 5 in a bit is, I'm going to tell you. So 5 is 0101 in bits, but you can see it is a red here. Red is because 5 is not equal to 0101, but in bits 5 is 0101 up to 4 bytes. So how this value has come, that's not my topic, and I'm not going to explain that how can you convert it. If you want to see that what is the values of 1 2 3 4 5 6 in a bit, so you can check videos on the YouTube. It is simple. Okay. So the agenda is AND operator, bitwise operator, AND operator, OR operator, XOR operator. So we are going to talk about AND operator. So in AND operator, uh, I'm assuming that you know what is bits, what is bitwise. So now we are going to do operations on that. In Python, we use this AND uh, as an AND operator, this symbol as an AND operator. So how does that work? Now the point is that how AND operator works, that we show operator from this symbol. So with this symbol, if I have value of A and value of B, sorry, small. Now if A is 0 and B is 1, the AND operator will return 0. If A is 1 and B is 0, the AND operator will return 0. If A is 0 and B is 0, then AND operator will return 0 here. And if A is 1 and B is 1, then only it will return 1. That's what AND operator do. If we have both the values as 1, then it will return as 1. Like if we have both conditions true, then the final operation is true, then it will return as a true. So it works like that. So let me conclude this in a question so you can understand better. So now I am going to give you an example on 5 and 3. Like I am assigning a value a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 3 and going to print 5 and 8. See, it is 1, it returns 1, but how it returns 1? So as I have told you, it do operations on the bits. So the value of 5 in bits is what? Here we are checking up to 4 bytes only. So its value in bits is 0101, and for 3 the values of 3 in bit is 0011. I'm not explaining that how it converting into the bits because it's pretty complicated for you. If I do all these things in the same video, I'll make one more video for that so you can learn from there also. So now see, it's a basic calculation we are going to do. We are first writing the values of 5 in bits up to 4 bytes, that is 0 1 and 0 1, and the second is 0 0 or 1 and 1. So now what we are going to do is this. So now 0 0 on 0 0 what bit and returns? On 0 0 it returns 0, as I have told you earlier, then it returns 0. Okay. For 0 and 1 what and operator returns? For 0 and 1 it operator returns 0. For 0 and 1 again it returns 0. For 1 and 1 there is the only condition which is true, it returns 1. Inside that it returns 1. So now this 0001 is a value of 1 in decimal. Yes, so the 1 is equivalent to 0001 up to 4 bytes if we see in bitwise. So it is a 0001 in bitwise up to 4 bytes. That's why it returns as 1. So the conclusion of that 5 and 3 is 0001, and in decimal it is 1. So that's why it print it as a 1. So that is the basic agenda. We are going to do the same thing for bitwise OR. So bitwise OR is just opposite of that. How it is opposite, I am going to tell you. So we are going to open our IDE. So here now I am on practice editor. So now I am going to talk about bitwise and operator. You don't have to do it that much. You can simply add it here. So we use AND operator there. So now I'm commenting out this for AND for OR operator. Yes, for OR operator. We're running OR operator. So see, OR operator is defined by this. Yes. So this straight line is basically uh, OR operator, bitwise OR operator. So how does that work? Even if one condition is true, it will return as true. That's how. So the same example we are going to take, if A and B both, if A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1, then it will return 1. If A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0, then it will return 1. If both are equal to 1, then also it will return 1. But if both are equal to 0, then A is 0 and B is 0, then it returns 0 only. So that's how it works. So now we are going to do such operations in the variable. So we are going to take an example for 5 and 3 only. So 5, A is equal to 5 I have stored, B is equal to 3 I have stored. So value of 5 is we are going to say 0101, and the value for 3 is 0011. So now we are going to same thing, see this. So before printing we should find the value. Okay, so now go in with the simple calculation: 0 1 0 1 and 0 0 0 1 1. Now 0 0 returns 0. Otherwise, if only one condition is 1, then it will return as 1. So 1, so 1. So this is a 0 1 1 1. What 0 1 1 1 equals to in decimal? It is in bit, it is in 4 bytes. So it equals to 7 in decimal. So the output should be 7 in bitwise, or if we use this, so I'm going to print it, print A or B. So the output should be 7 there. You can see the output is 7. You don't have to do this calculation by hand every time you use this. Python will do it automatically, so you don't have to worry about it. But you just need to have some basic idea of that, so that you can give answer in your Viva and your answer view if it came. So now move to the further topic. So now we are going to do the same thing with the XOR operator. So let me delete this wall first. We have done AND operator or operator. Now at the end we are going to do with XOR operator, for which this symbol is defining XOR operator. So basically, if you want to do such kind of bitwise operator, you have to know the truth table of all of these. If you want to do AND operator, you have to know what is the truth table for AND operator. If you want to do the OR operator, then you have to know what is the basic truth table of that. So now I have told you the truth table for AND operator, for OR operator also. Now I'm going to tell you about XOR operator also. So for XOR operator, the truth table is, if let us assume A and B, which if A is equal to 0 and the B is equal to 1, then what will it return? If both the conditions are different, then it will return 1, and if both the conditions are 1 and 1, then it will return as 0. So it doesn't matter 0 1, it will see the both conditions are true or both conditions are false. So if the both conditions are same, it will return 0, and if either one condition is different, it will return true. So that's how it works. If the A is 0 and B is 0, it will return as 0. If A is 1 and B is 0 here, so it will return as 1. So that's how it works. Now we are going to do it in a simple way. So the same example we are using, we are going to do that. Oh shit. Okay. Let me do it. Just wait for a while. So the same example we are doing, A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 3. As I have told you, the 3 in bitwise for up to 4 byte is 0011, and 5 is in bit up to 4 byte is 0101. So now we are performing an operation here, print A XOR B. So let's see what will be the output. Output will be 6. So okay, then how 6 has came? Now come to the logic how 6 has came. So see, it is the bits of 5 in up to 4 bytes. It is 0011 is the bit of 3. So we are performing calculation in that. So you can see the first case is 0 and 0. So if it is 0 and is 0, so what does that mean? The both conditions are false. It means the both conditions are false. So the both conditions are same, it will return as 0. Now for the next condition, 1 and 0, the both conditions are different, it will return 1. The both conditions are different again in third condition, it will return 1, and both conditions are same now, that it is 1 and the last condition is also 1. So if the both conditions are same, it will return 1. It will return 0, sorry. So if we see this is a bit, and if we convert it into decimal, it will be is equal to 6. So this calculation is done. So if we convert 6 into bitwise up to 4 bit, it will be 0110. That's why it gave a return of 6. So that's how it was. Let's come to our PPT again. Now come to bitwise mode. Bitwise mode do just inverts the complement. If it is 1, then it convert into 0. If it is 0, it convert into 1. You can see in bitwise operations also. So I'm not going to going that in deep. The video will be too much long. So we don't want video to be that much long. So I'm going to skip that part. Left shift is basically shift it up to 2 byte in the right side, and the right shift is shifting the values up to right side up to 2 bytes, and left shift is shifting the values up to left side up to 2 bytes. So coming to the real life examples of that, setting and clearing flags in the system, checking even odd using a and 1. This for even and odd we use this. Okay, swapping two numbers without using temporary value, optimizing performance in the game development and graphics. The main application is this, optimizing performance in a game development and graphics. So now come to the topic number 8. We have done with the bitwise operators now. So operator precedence and associate with it. Now come to the overview of operator precedence. When an expression contains multiple operators, Python evaluates them in a specific order based on precedence. Over operators with higher precedence are evaluated first. If operators have the same precedence, associativity decides the order. We can use parentheses to override it for precedence. So we are going to learn about it in detail. So operator is a parenthesis. So now you can take screenshot of that chart also if you want, but now we are going to do practice of that in a code editor so that we can learn, we can understand better code. So now coming to the practice editor. So here we are in the practice editor. I'm going to assign some values in a, basically it's equation. So here's I am using parenthesis 2 plus 3 into 5. So if I do 2 plus 3 into 5, let's see first that what it will return. If I use print 2 plus 3 into 5, it returns 70. How it returns it? It is moving right to left. 2 plus 3 is like 5 into 3 first as board mass. So 5 into 3, which is 15, and then adds 2 into it, that is equal to 17. That's how it is printing 17. But I don't want it. I want to do 3 plus 2 first and then into 5. So what I do? I will do this as I have did 2 plus 3 into 5. So the output will be changed. Answer is 25. So that's how precedence works. The parenthesis gets the full precedence, high precedence, according to this. So it works as a board mass. If you learn in your small classes, you know about the board mass. Board mass stands for bracket, then off, which multiply, the divide and multiply as well, then addition and then subtraction. So the board mass works here. So that's how precedence works. Or parenthesis there, if you are using parenthesis somewhere, like if I'm using even 5 to 5 at first, then also I'll get the same output, which is 25, because parenthesis is getting the precedence, higher precedence. That's why the parenthesis task is done at first, then the Python will look at the full expression. So that's how it works. Now come back to the PPT and watch another operators. The operators are now exponential operator. Exponential operator is associated to right to left. Like how is right to left? I'm back to the IDE practice editor, in which I'm going to talk about like how it is giving precedence from right to left. So if we use an example, 3. So let's see the output first. What will be the output? 512. So how it is working? So it is working from right to left, that like 2 raised to the power to 3 raised to the power 2. So that's how it is working. You print it again, the output will be same. You can see 512. So first it is doing this operation with 3 to the power 2, which is 3 into 3, which is 9, and then 2 to the power 3 into 3 raised to the power 2, which is 9. So it is equivalent to 2 raised to the power 9. So that's how it is working. So that's why it is getting higher precedence from right to left, which is written in left right will get the higher precedence, and it will move from left to right. So that's how precedence works. In unary operators also, it is right to left. In multiplicative division, for division modulo also, associativity is the left to right. Now associativity is changed from right to left. It is travel like this. Then additive, shift, and bitwise or in all it is left to right. You can take a screenshot of that for your purpose. So now come to the next topic, which is a conditional statement. So what are conditional statements? Conditional statements are used to control the flow of the program. They allow the program to make decisions by checking conditions. If a condition is true, one block of code executes. If false, another block may execute. They form the foundation of decision making in any programming language. This is the most important topic in the lecture. So this topic will be used in upcoming topics also. So you have to learn about it in detail. So now what is a conditional statement? So as I have told you, conditional statements are used to control the flow of program. So where they are used? So they are used in logging systems to check your username and password. Either your username is correct or not, either your password is correct or not. In grading system, assign grades based on their marks. If you score above 95 plus, then the grade will be A plus or outstanding. Or if you get below 90, yeah, below 85, you will get a B plus mark grade. Also in game development, different actions for win and lose. Also for e-commerce websites also apply discount on based on e-commerce website basically are Flipkart, Amazon, Meesho, so it will apply discounts based on the conditions. Real world application, traffic lights on and calculators and etc. We use these conditional statements in most of the things. Without them we can't use it. So basic syntax is if. So let's learn about like how conditional statements work. Start. First it starts, then it check either the condition is true, yes or no. If yes, execute block 1, and if no, execute block 2 if the developer has written about the about block 2. So if execute 1, if execute block 2, it will continue to the statement and then end. So that's how it was. So I'm giving you an quick summary of that in practice editor, IDE, which is a practice editor. So now we are going to talk about the conditional statements, and we also do some practice question on that. So this is the end topic of the session. So we will cover it in detail because it is the most important topic of the session. So the topic is conditional. Check it. Oh, sorry, not operators actually. Conditional statements. So what are conditional statements? So first conditional statement is if. Yes, if. If means either the value is true or either the value is false. Let's check it. If I assign a variable age is equal to 20, so I want to know the age is 20 is adult or not. So I'm using here if age is greater than 18. The base condition of being adult is 18. So after this, the basic syntax of if is, first we write if, then the name of the variable or something we want to write. It is a condition basically which we provide to the if, then it will execute. After completing the statement, we have to set this double colons here, this. So it is a syntax. We have to do that every time we use if. So after that, if we press enter, you can see there is some space there. So after writing if I did this, so you see there is a red line, and after ignoring this, if I want to print it, there is an error. Why it is an error? I have told you while using Python, we have to make sure that we use a proper indentation. Otherwise, it will be an indentation error. So now here after if we should use that indentation error indentation, we have to write in a proper indentation. So first I have assigned a value age is equal to 20, and then checks if age is greater than 18, then print adult. If the age will be greater than 18, it will print it as adult. So yes, age is greater than 20, then it should print it as an adult. Let's see, it printed as an adult. Although I can do it like that also if I want to take input from the user. Input age, it just look more good. So if the age which is entered by the user is greater than 18, then it will print it as if you that you are an adult. So let's see, it is asking me about my age. If I say 20, it print it as you are an adult, which is good. I am an adult. Again, if I use it, I leave some other input which is 30, it will print it as you are an adult, because 30 is also greater than 18. But now there is a problem. The problem is if user gave the value is exactly 80, then what will happen? Let's see, enter your age, and I am saying okay, it is 18, then nothing is printing. Why nothing is printed? Because I haven't given a condition now. So if I want to give a condition on 18, if the age is exactly equal to 18, then what will it print? So for that I am using a different operator. So if I use this and then continue, and then if I give a value say 80, so it is printing that you are an adult. But now if it gave a condition in which the age is below 18, then what will happen? Again I am going to try it. The age is 5. So what happens if the age is below 18? So I have entered 5 and nothing is printed. Why nothing is printed? Because I haven't provided any condition here. So I have to provide a condition for that if I want. So I have used if age is greater than 18. If age is not greater than 18, I will use here else. Sorry. So else. After else we use this colon also. That is a syntax. That is a part of syntax. We have to do it. Else if the age is not greater than 18 or not equal to 18, then it will print you are not an adult. So let's see, if I enter my age 5, it simply says you are not an adult. Now the function is complete. Program is completed. Like any age of any person can come of any age. I have a condition satisfied for that. Okay, so now one more problem. I want to give some more conditions also. So this is the two things which I have covered. First is if statement I have covered. Second is if else statement I have covered. So now one more statement which is left is if elif statement. If we have to use multiple statements, like we have multiple conditions, then we use elif. So we can use multiple ifs basically. So for that, what we have to do is, so we have a question that if a student wants to know his grade, yeah, her grade, so how will he get to know about it? So we have to write a program for that. So I'm going to write it. First, I'm assigning a variable in which we are going to take input from the user, which is enter your marks. So when the user enter their marks, what will happen? User will enter their marks, and now if A is greater than or equal to 95, then it will print A plus elif. Now elif is the second if we are using in the same function, same condition. We are using in the same code elif here. So if A is greater than 95 or equal to 95, it will print as A plus. But if A is uh, less than equal to uh, only less than, because equal to condition we have, and A is greater than 90. So for simple code we can say if A is greater than 90 and A is below 95, so we can print grade A. Now one more condition I want to add, and if A is greater than 85 and A is below 90, then what will happen? It will print B plus grade. For one more condition I am providing, if A is greater than 80 and the A is smaller than 85, now what will happen? I am giving a condition grade B. So finally we are using else here, print F grade. We are giving an F grade for the students who got below 85. So now the condition, the program has done. So now if we run the program, we are using values. If I use 99, 98, then the grade is A plus. I am running it again. If I use the program and type 92, the grade is A. Again I'm checking if I give a value of 87, then the grade is B plus. Or if I scored below 80, like if I scored below 65, then I'll go F grade, failed. So that's how this code is working. We have used multiple ifs in the simple same code. So that's how conditional statements work. We check statements in that. We check each and every statement. If the code is given to that, then it will return. If code is not given to that condition, then it returns none. So that's how it works. That is a very important part. So now move to the next topic, which is NPPT. So now come back to the PPT. If in the PPT we can see if statement, which we have covered. What is if statement? If statements allows the program to execute a block of code only when a condition is true. If the condition is false, the block of code is skipped. It is the foundation of decision making in any programming language. Yes, we have covered like if age is 17, the same example we have covered. You are eligible to vote. We've used that you are adult. Yeah, so you can write anything there in the and that's your choice. You are a developer. So now the next topic is if else statement. We have done it also. The flow diagram of that is it start and checks if the condition is true or not. If yes, then execute its block. If no, then execute else block. Then now you see the topic 12, which is this is an if else statement, which is used for multiple ifs. If we have a different conditions, then we use it. If marks is greater than 90, if marks is greater than 75, marks is greater than 60, that's what I have used here. It is the same example I have used. I have explained it. So there are two more examples for check day number. If day is equal to 3, day is equal to 1, Monday, day is equal to 2, Tuesday, 3, Wednesday, 4, Thursday. So that's how we can use conditional statements. The one more topic is left is the nested if statement. So how nested if works? What is nested if? So let me come back to the practice editor. So we are on the practice editor. Let me clear it out first. So in nested statements, nested if. So nested if, how nested if works? So nested if means one more if inside a if. So you can say that we can use elif for that. Why do we need if? Let me show you what that's. If a is equal to, let's suppose I store some value, his name is equal to Yash, and I store the age is equal to 20. So I want to check whether the name which is stored is Yash or not, and also the exact condition that age of Yash is 20 or not. If either one statement is returns as negative, returns as false, then the program is not executed. That I want to that must true. So we use nested if there. If the name is equal to, this is an equal to operator, I have told you about it. So is equal to YASH, then it will be printed as, sorry, we are using nested. So we are going to create one more if. You just have to keep that indentation space so that if is started inside this if name is equal to Yash, then the program will come up to this. Else if name is not equal to Yash, then we will see your list. So if name is equal to Yash, the Python will see this nested if, otherwise it will not. So if name is equal to Yash and if age is equal to 20, then only it will print Yash. So else so this is a block of code you can see here. If the name is Yash and if the age is 20, then only it will print hi Yash. Else if the name is not Yash, it will print you can't access. So only Yash can access into that code. If you are not Yash and your age is not 20, you can't access it. You can use it for your password security also. If age is 20, then it will print the same you can't access. So let me see. Let me run this code. See, Highest is printed because the values are exactly like it. So I'm going to take input from the user for that. Input and tap input. So let's see what has happened. So it is asking for a name, so I'm going to say yes, and then it is asking for an age. So it prints Harish. Now let's try. Some other person try to come into the code. So it's not yes. Let's see. Rahul wants to enter, and the age of Rahul is 12. So the program says you can't access. So that is the confidentiality of the code. So that's how nested if works. I have used if, which is name is equal to yes. I have used nested if the name is equal to, if the age is equal to 20. So how this works, like let me do it one more time. Even if Yash wants to access YASH, so this Yash is some other Yash, not me. So the age is different. So the age will be 24. Then also you can't access, because I have given a condition here also you can't access. That's why it says you can't access both, because both the conditions are not matching. So for access to print highest, both the conditions yes and the age 20 should be matching. Then only you can enter into the program. So that's how the nested loops, the nested if works. Okay. Coming back to the PPT and seeing the examples. Looking at the examples are example check a number. You can use this also. Number is equal to -5. Number is greater than 0. Then you can check it is a positive number, even number, odd number. You can check it. So great for, you can do this programs for your practice only. So practice ideas. We are going to do some practice questions in the next lecture. For this lecture is very long, so I don't want this lecture to be that much long. So I'm going to wind up the lecture. So now coming to the conclusion part of the lecture, the what we have learned in this lecture, we have learned about the arithmetic operations, what are additional operator, what are subtraction operator, what are multiplication, what are division, what are floor division, what are modulus, what are the exponential functions. And second, we have done comparison operators, equal to operator, not equal to operator, greater than, smaller than, less than, or equal to, or greater than equal to. The third, we have done about the logical operators, and or not or XOR. Then we have done assignment operators, used to assign values into the variables. Then we done membership operators, in and not in. Then we done identity operators, is and is not, in which variables related to each other or not. Then we have done bitwise operators also, performs operations on bit level. And then we have done operator precedence associativity, in which we have saw that uh, how the higher precedence go to the parenthesis and lower to the addition subtraction. So next we have done conditional statements, intro. Then we have done if statements also. Then we have done if else statement also. Then we have done if elif statements. These four topics of the end. These are the most important topics. In the next session also we are going to talk about them. So also we are going to do some practice questions on that also. In this PPT also I have provided you some practice questions. You can take screenshot and you can practice for that also. And in next lecture I am going to solve these questions also. So don't have to worry about it. The if statement, if else statement, if else and elif statement, nested if statement is the most important topic of this lecture. So now we have learned all this in this lecture. Thanks for watching the lecture. Let's meet in the new lecture.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं, फिल्मोरा है ना।